not know the grading system at IIT Kanpur, right? So they will say, oh, you have got 80% and we do not accept it. And the IIT Delhi person, you have got 90%. They will say, oh, you have got 90%. Come on, you can join the company or the college or whatever it is. So that's where the IIT Kanpur students face a lot of problem. And that's why I feel the IIT Kanpur's grading system is the worst, okay? Hello people, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Padma Tashi, an aerospace graduate from IIT Kanpur, currently working as a software engineer at HSBC. So there is always a fuss about CGPA when in college, right? If you're sitting in for placements, or if you're applying for MS PhD in a foreign country, or if you're applying for any other sort of jobs. So there is always a fuss about CGPA, how high the CGPA should be and how much CGPA is counted as a low CGPA. And there are many things to discuss. Yeah. So today in this video we are going to understand the grading systems at IITs and why I particularly hate the most the grading system at IIT Kanpur and why I feel it is the worst grading system among all the IITs. So before we start with this video, make sure to like this video and do comment your thoughts on the grading system so that the YouTube algorithm would know that this is a very informative video that other people would also like to watch. So without any further ado, let's get started. When we talk about grading system, there is two things to understand. One is absolute grading and one is relative grading. So in the IITs, the relative grading techniques is used to grade people over there. Yeah. So what is absolute grading? Absolute grading is nothing but the marks are fixed and the grades are fixed. Let's say you score more than 90%, you will get an A. You will score more than 80%, you will get a B, and likewise. Yeah. In contrast to absolute grading, we have relative grading. Yeah. So in this system, the grading is totally dependent upon the performance of the class. Let's say the topper of the class scores 50 out of 100. So it's not like nobody will get an A, okay? So the professor will decide accordingly, 45 plus will get an A and those between 30 to 45 will get a B. So it's totally dependent upon the professor how he would like to grade, yeah? So there can be multiple scenarios wherein the professor will grade. It's totally dependent upon them, how they would like to grade. So I will just give you an example scenario of a grading. Okay. So the students at IIT are continuously evaluated all through the semester. So for example, one course have 2 quizzes, 1 mid-semester exam, 1 end-semester exam, and 1 assignment or a project. So the professor will tell the breakdown of the weightages of all these components at the beginning of the course. So let's say 10% each for the quizzes, 30% for the mid-semester exam, and 40% for the end semester exam, and 10% for the assignments. So at the end of semester, the professor will take the average of the class and also calculate the standard deviation of the class, okay? And now he has to decide what grade to give to the students. Like I said that this is an example. The professor decides that, the top 10% will get an A and he have already calculated the average and the standard deviation. So the people above the standard deviation plus the average will get a B, obviously excluding the A's, and the students with the marks of average plus minus 10 will get a C, and below that D. So this is totally dependent upon the prof how he would like to grade. So this was an example that I gave you. Yeah. So that's how relative grading works at IITs. Now that I have explained the relative grading system at IITs, now let me tell you 2 more important things here. One is the SPI and one is the CPI. So SPI is Semester Performance Index, which is also known as SGPA. CPI is the Cumulative Performance Index, which is also known as CGPA. So SPI is nothing but the percentage of yours in a particular semester, and CPI is nothing but your total percentage until your latest semester. Let us try to understand how these are calculated. SPI is equal to summation of the grade value into the credits divided by the summation of credits. So there are 2 new terms that we are seeing here, grade value and credits. So let us try to understand these 2 terms. Grade value is nothing but every letter grade is associated with a number. So in IIT Kanpur, A corresponds to 10, B corresponds to 8, C corresponds to 6, D corresponds to 4. So that's what is grade value. And let us now try to understand credits. So every course have a credit number associated with it. So credit depends upon various factors, that is number of lecture hours, total number of tutorial hours, total number of lab hours, and total number of self-study hours in a week. So let's say if a course have 9 credits, okay, let's break down this 9 credits. So 9 credits equal to 9 hours weekly. We have to give 9 hours to this course weekly. So 3 lecture hour, 1 tutorial hour, 2 lab hour, and 3 self-study hours. So that totals up to 9 hours. So that's equal to 9 credits. So that's how credit is calculated at IIT Kanpur. So that's this formula for SPI, and the formula for CPI is also same, but here you will include all the courses that you have done till the latest semester. Yeah, don't spin your head around, how to calculate SPI, what is CPI and all that. I'll try to explain you with a very simple example. So let's do an example. Okay, let us now try to understand SPI and CPI with a very simple example. Okay. So let's say in my first semester I have got these courses: MDH 101, 5101, Chem 101, ENG 101 and CSE 101, and these are the credits associated with particular subjects, and these are the grades that I've gotten in the particular courses. So this is completely hypothetical, okay, just to make you understand. So now we have these values, and now let us try to calculate SPI. We know the formula, that is the summation of grade value into credit divided by summation of credits. Okay. So now for MTH 101 I have got a B which corresponds to 8, and we will multiply it with the credit, that is 8 into 9 plus, and let's say for physics I have got a A that corresponds to 10, and multiply with credit, that is 10 into 9 plus, so on, yeah, for all the subjects, and divided by the summation of credits, that is 9 plus 9 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11, yeah. So that sums up to 8.311. So that is the semester performance index for my first semester, yeah. So now for the first semester your CPI is equal to SPI because you have only taken one semester, yeah. So the SPI will be 8.3111 and also the CPI will be 8.311. Okay, now let's come on to second semester to understand CPI. Okay, so in second semester, let's say I have taken these courses, and these are the credits associated with these subjects, and these are the grades that I've gotten. Yeah. Now similarly, let us calculate the SPI for the second semester. That is, we know the formula when we put in the values, and we have gotten a 7.949 SPI for the second semester. Yeah. Now let us try to calculate CPI. Now CPI, you have to take all the subjects that you have taken till the latest semester and multiply it with the credit, do the summation and divide it by the summation of credit. So in this case we have done it. So green one is for first semester and yellow one is for second semester. Okay, and when we calculate the CPI, we get to know that our CPI is 8.143. Yeah. So CPI is the total performance index until your latest semester. I hope you have gotten a better understanding of what SPI and CPI is. Yeah. Okay, so I hope that the example would have left you with a better understanding of SPI and CPI. Now let me tell you why I feel the grading system at IIT Kanpur is the worst. Okay. At IIT Kanpur, we have 6 letter grades, okay, A, B, C, D, E and F. A corresponds to 10, B corresponds to 8, C corresponds to 6, D corresponds to 4 and E and F corresponds to 0, and you have to repeat the course. Now, in the other IITs, the grading system is totally different. They have A minus, B minus, C minus. So, in those IITs, one can score 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the numbers, okay. In IIT Kanpur, you can only score 40, 60, 80 and 100. There is no concept of 50, 70 and 90 at IIT Kanpur. To make you understand better with the example, let's say the cutoff for A is 80 in both IIT Delhi and IIT Kanpur for a particular course, and let's say one student at IIT Delhi scores 79 and one student at IIT Kanpur scores 79. So at IIT Kanpur the student will get a grade B which is equal to 80%, and at IIT Delhi the student will get a grade A minus which is 90%. So there is a difference of 10%. You can understand the depth of it, right? 10% is a lot. So this affects the CPI very, very badly. Okay. So the IIT Kanpur students face the problem when they are applying to foreign for MS and PhD, or they are applying off campus, because the companies and the outside colleges do not know the grading system at IIT Kanpur, right? So they will say, oh, you have got 80% and we do not accept it, and the IIT Delhi person, you have got 90%. They will say, oh, you have got 90%, come on, you can join the company or the college or whatever it is. So that's where the IIT Kanpur students face a lot of problem, and that's why I feel the IIT Kanpur's grading system is the worst. Okay, but we cannot do anything about that because that's how it is and we have to accept it. Yeah, so before you join IIT Kanpur, do consider this fact of the grading system at IIT Kanpur. Okay, so that's why I said, there's a lots of fuss about CGPA. So CGPA does matter a lot in lots and lots of cases, and if you want me to do a video on how CGPA matters and does CGPA matters, let me know in the comment section and I'll make a video on that. I hope that you have liked this video and gained ample amount of information from this video. If you like this video, do subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. Until then, bye bye, take care, cheers.